What's going on, guys? Patrick here from PatrickLawrenRealty.com, powered by EXP Realty, and today we're going to be going over 8 things you want to know before purchasing a house out here in Hawaii in 2022. So stick around to get all the details. See you on the other side. Alright guys, so like I mentioned, we're going to go over 8 things you're going to want to know before purchasing a home out here in Hawaii in 2022. So let's jump right into it. Number 1, cost of homes is different in different areas. Now, this might seem pretty standard, but a lot of people may not know that, in real estate, as they say, it's all about location, location, location. And that couldn't be more truthful in this situation on this island. You can get different things for $1 million on the west side compared to on the east side. So let's jump on my screen to kind of give you an idea of what you can get for $1 million on different parts of the island.
Okay guys, so what I wanted to do is I want to make a video to show you what you can get for $1 million on different parts of the island. Like I mentioned before, it's all about location, location, location. So let's start with what you can get in the windward side, or Kailua more specifically, for $1 million. Okay, so let's start with Kailua. The median sales price for a property out here in Kailua is about $1.4 million. So $1 million doesn't get you too much. Most homes out here are built in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. So sometimes they'll be 3-bedroom, 1-bath. That's a lot of what you'll see. Single wall construction. So we can see here, this one is 1,000 square feet, 3-bedroom, 1-bath. If we look at the quality of the home, definitely needs some love. We can see, like I said before, we have the Koenig ceilings. We've got this beautiful yellow carpet, single wall construction with tongue and groove. And it definitely needs some work, all original pretty much. So this is pretty general for what you'll see $1 million and below for single family homes in Kailua. So now let's jump over to the other side of the island and see what $1 million will buy you. Okay, now we've jumped over to one of my favorite areas, Kapolei. This is one of the best places for you to get the most bang for your buck. A lot of the places were built in the 90s and 2000s and sometimes 2010s if they're newer. But we can see at the price point of $830, which is significantly lower than that fixer-upper we saw in Kailua, you get this beautiful home. Corner lot, roof is in great condition, double wall construction. Looks like they have hardwood floors, newer carpet, and updated bathrooms. And all in all, you get a lot more bang for your bucks. Looks like we have split AC units. It's a lot of house, which is awesome. And the size of it is 1,400 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. So that's what you get in Kapolei for about $1 million. So we covered the windward side for that $950,000 fixer upper. We had that $830, really nice place in Kapolei. Now we're going to jump on the west side and see what you can get for $1 million. Okay, now we are on the west side. We can see just under $1 million, you get a 5-bedroom, 3-bath, almost 3,000 square foot living area and a 6,500 square foot lot. Let's take a look on the inside. Roof looks like it's in great condition. Solar panels. You got an outdoor living area. You got the Makaha Valley just back there. You got a gym. Looks like luxury vinyl plank floors, and looks like it's they've done a good job with updates throughout the house. So you can see that there's a big difference in what you get for $1 million depending on what side of the island you're on.
Number 2, Fee Simple VS Leasehold. Now, I have a video that goes over this in a little bit more detail. You can see right here, so go ahead and check that out. But generally speaking, Fee Simple and Leasehold are 2 different ways that a property can be sold. Fee Simple is 90% of probably what you've seen out here, which is you buy the house, you own the land, and you own the structure. You own everything. You can do what you want with it. Leasehold is a bit different. You basically own the structure, but you don't own the land. You are renting or leasing the land, and there's an expiration date on that. So keep in mind, if you see any properties that are selling for anything under 250 grand most of the time, or 150 grand, it's got an ocean view, it's most likely leasehold, and 99.9% of the time, it's not the best investment for my buyers. So keep that in mind and check out that video if you want more details on it. Number 3, homeowners associations. Now, out here in Hawaii, if you're looking to purchase a condo or a townhome, or if you're looking to purchase a single family home in what we call a PUD, planned urban development, there most likely will be attached a homeowners association or maintenance fee when it comes to owning that home. And that's going to be a monthly fee added on top of what you purchase it for, that you have to pay every single month to be a part of that association, that building, that condo, that townhouse. Now, homeowner association fees can be different from place to place, but generally speaking, we see, in the Waikiki area, we see them anywhere between $550 and $750. If you're looking on the windward side in Kaneohe or Kailua, they're most likely going to be between $600 and $800. So this is just something you want to keep in mind. If you're purchasing a condo or townhome, there will be a homeowners association / maintenance fee, and it's something you do have to pay every single month, and it fluctuates depending on what side of the island you are, how old or new the building is. So something to keep in mind. Number 4, home appreciation versus cash flow. Now, generally speaking, if you're an investor, you're usually looking for appreciation or cash flow. Very difficult, especially out here in Hawaii, to find both. Now, what I mean by cash flow is basically you have a couple extra $100 after all expenses. You throw a renter in your place and your rent exceed all of your expenses, and anything left is your cash flow. Now, out here, we see more of appreciation. And what I mean by that is, on average in Hawaii, the prices of homes go up about 4 to 6%. On average. Sometimes we have bonker years like this year we went up 27%, but on average over 30 years of data, 4 to 6%. And that is really where the money's at. Now, appreciation really is where the money's at, specifically out here in Hawaii. Let's say you purchase a condo at $500,000, it goes up 6% that year. You just made $30,000 in equity, and that is tax-free money that you can leverage later in the form of a HELOC or refinance. You can look at some other videos that discuss that, but $30,000 is a lot better than, a couple $100 that's going to get taxed a month. And that's really the strategy out here, is appreciation. So make sure that you know the difference between cash flow and appreciation and see if it matches your strategy. Number 5, rental laws. Now, a lot of people have been reaching out to me about Airbnbs or wanting to purchase property and rent it out. Now, it's important that you understand the rules, regulations, and laws of what you can do out here and make sure it's in line with what your strategy is. So feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions about purchasing a property for an investment, because there are a lot of different strategies and you do want to know the rules and regulations. For example, out here right now, if you're not in a resort zone or the association doesn't allow it, there's a lot of boxes you need to check. You cannot do a legal Airbnb or daily rate short-term rental. And another thing to keep in mind is that there are certain rules and regulations on how short you can rent it for. Some associations will say, yeah, you can only rent for 6 months minimum, or some will say 3 months or 1 month. There's lots of rules and regulations with each association, and then not to mention the rules and regulations that the state puts on, which right now we have Bill or Ordinance 41, which could completely change how many months you could rent no matter what the association says. So I'll keep you posted on that, but definitely reach out to me if you have any questions about investing in property and renting it out and what all the rules and regulations are. Number 6, termite inspections. Now, out here in Hawaii, if you are looking to purchase a property, most of the time the lender is going to require that you get a termite inspection. And out here, it's not if you have termites, it's how bad are the termites. Just something to keep in mind. We are in the tropics. And when you get the termite inspection, they're basically going to say, yes, you are good. There's no termites at all. Or maybe they say, hey, we saw a couple droppings. You're going to want to do spot treatment. Or they might say, yeah, we saw a lot of droppings and active termites. You have to tent the place. Now, if you're in a condo or townhome, you most likely will not have to tent the place. The association takes care of that. But if it is a single family home and they recommend that you tent the place, keep in mind that could be anywhere between $2,500 and $3,500 to tent the place. Number 7, garages and carports. Now, out here in Hawaii, we don't really have that many garages. Unless you're purchasing a single family home that's maybe a little bit more updated, it's most likely going to be suited with a carport. And that basically is a glorified roof with a couple posts so that your car doesn't get fried in the sun. Now, it's not the end all be all if you don't have a garage. And a lot of times if you have a carport, you can actually put walls up, put a garage door, and now you get a garage. But it is something to keep in mind that if you are super keen on having a garage, there are slim pickings unless you get a single family home that's newer, and some townhomes will have a garage, but most of the time they're either going to be covered parking or maybe not covered parking, or you'll have a carport. So just keep in mind that out here in Hawaii, garages aren't something we definitely have on every single property. And number 8, time in the market versus timing the market. Now, if we could time the market, we would all be multimillionaires right now. Let's be honest. So the reality of the situation is, if you're looking to purchase a home, it is an asset that you should hold on to for a minimum of 3 to 5 years. The real juicy area is 5 to 7 years. The goal is not to try to time the market, is time in the market. Hold on to that asset for as long as possible, where appreciation will be your best friend and it will compound every single year. So you're making that 30 grand a year, 35 grand a year, 45 grand a year as it compounds. And the more that you hold on to it, the more wealth you'll build in equity in that home. Okay, guys, well, that pretty much wraps it up. If you guys have any questions, I am a licensed realtor out here in Hawaii, so I'm happy to help. Feel free to contact me or connect with me on any of my social media platforms right here. You can also directly call, text, or email me. My contact information is right here and in the description down below. And if you have any comments or any ideas or things that I maybe didn't cover, put them in the comment section down below. Love to hear from you guys. Anyways, guys, that pretty much wraps it up. I'm Patrick with PatrickLawrenRealty.com, powered by eXp Realty. Hope you guys have a beautiful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Aloha.